Hi, Tahira. Good to have
Hello.
you, and congratulations. I think we talked about Sharma Ji Ki Beti about, I think, a couple of years ago, right?
Yes, it has been quite a journey. I think I share this journey with all the journalists I have spoken to in the past. I think it's just so beautiful when they're talking to me. It's like a sigh of, of relief for them also. Ki, "Ah, shukar hai." So it's,
Finally happened. Yeah.
yes.
So let's talk a little about the journey because, I always feel that being a creative person is one thing. Of course, you have to have creativity, but more than that, you have to have patience and resilience as well because once you make something, it's not in your hands, really.
It really isn't. It really isn't. And I think to begin with, also nothing is in your hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Very. So yeah, so what happens is that the only thing that you can practice is intent. So the
Yeah.
intention was always there to make the film. The intention was always for it to see the light of the day. The intention was always there. And rest, I think, is just so mystical. Whatever happens and whenever it happens, it's just nothing is in our hands, I feel. So
Yeah.
yeah, this so the how I'd started with this film was the intent of making Sharma Ji Ki Beti, writing Sharma Ji Ki Beti, and that got translated into me directing it, into it becoming a film, and that got translated into it being screened at Mami, getting all the love there, and then got translated into being released today at Amazon Prime. So the journey has been long, arduous, but nonetheless very, very heartwarming, very fulfilling. And in the interim, I have learned so much. I think I've become a different person because it's taught me patience to another level. अब मतलब मेरे को लग रहा है कि ये this is meditation for me. All these years it has been meditative.
But I mean, of course, looking back, you can laugh at it. But during the journey, it can be quite nerve-wracking, right? Because there are days when you feel great, yeah, you've done this, and then there are days you're thinking, "Arey, but people haven't seen it, and and you make something like this for people to see, obviously.
Of course, of
So
course.
how do you keep your psychological equilibrium and your
Yeah.
emotions in check? There's so much in
Yeah.
that journey.
I totally agree. Yeah. So I have had lot of meltdowns. I have lot,
Yeah,
lot
I
of
can
showdowns.
imagine.
Lot of showdowns with my own self. मतलब किसी से करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. मैं खुद से ही लड़ी जा रही हूँ. So all of that has happened, and I have begrudged, I have prayed, I have shown faith in myself, and then doubted the universe, and then had faith in the universe, and then doubted myself. All of that happened. Like, a lot of drama has happened.
Yeah,
But before sleeping, the intent again just came back. I need to see this film, see the light of the day. I
yeah,
know it was a tough day today. I was at my lowest today. I thought it's not even worth it. Why the hell am I even doing it? But then the day would end with again the same intent. And that
yeah,
was not intentional. It was the only way to be. I don't know what else to do. This is my career and I needed it to start. I needed to make something. Of course, meanwhile, I have made short films and I've written
yeah.
books. This
Of
is
course,
something which
yeah,
was always there.
yeah,
And the only way to keep yourself sane is put your head down and keep working. So I have written many, many more scripts. I have during this time written more scripts, but and at times you would think, "Arey yaar, ye I could have written Sharma Ji Ki Beti in this way and that way," because
yeah.
now it's been so many years, and then you learn
Exactly.
more and more and more, right? But I'm just so glad that I didn't let this corruption get into that mind, because that film is really made from a very honest heart and mind. And I think that is what has appealed to the audiences who watch it and are very loving towards the film.
So let's talk about the film and how really it came about. What were you feeling at that point? Who was Tahira at that point? And then we'll come to who Tahira is now.
Tahira at that time, while making the film, was just very, very excited. But each time she was excited, her bubble would burst because some damn lockdown or the other would happen. Some personal life setback would happen. Again, I would be back again. And so when the setbacks started happening, what eventually happened was the budget of the film keeps going low and low and low, because you are actually investing to keeping the crew, then not letting them go, keeping the crew. So it came down to such a time that I got only 32 days to shoot this film, and that's a pretty crunched up time for a debut film feature maker, a director. So, but I think the one thing that was in my hand was work hard. That was the only thing which was in my capability and capacity. And so I really very honestly worked hard. I just knew each and every day of my set what's going to happen today, what am I there to achieve. I knew every shot, I knew every angle, I just know everything. And so when that confidence of knowing what's happening on the set and having your team aligned with you was there, then it was shared joy. Then I was just, my smile on the first day, which was from one ear to the other, did not die down or fizzle down to the 32nd day. I was this creepy grinning person who would just be smiling throughout because I was just so happy. I was like, okay, this is really happening? This is really happening. And now I feel like the same person right now because now it's releasing. Is it really releasing? So
You're not looking creepy. It's okay. You're looking happy.
Thank you. But that was what I was during that time. I was prepared, very well prepared, but at the same time, I allowed all of us, cast and crew, to be happy on set, for it to be a pleasant experience. Because by the end of it, we are creating a joyful film, so we need to feel joyous in our hearts too.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
everybody is an artist. Even on set, every technician is creatively, sort of has a vision. So it's very
Yeah.
important for everybody to feel happy.
So, when did you actually shoot it, Tyra? It was during the lockdown or
Yes. So after the second lockdown, what happened was that there was only one city which was sort of open, and that was Chandigarh. And both my
which is
husband,
great.
we exploited that city to shoot our short films also. He shot Chandigarh Kare Ashiki, I shot Sharma Ji Ki Beti. All
Right.
of us exploited that city. While I did my 10 days of cheat shoot there, which was the girls' school out there, we came back to Bombay, and the rains had stopped. So yeah, it was 2020, 2021, 2022, yeah, some such. And yeah, and then in 2023 it was Mami, and 2024 it's here.
Yeah. So quite an achievement. So, Ayushman was shooting Chandigarh Karyashki while you were shooting Sharma Ji. That must have
He
been
shot
interesting.
Chandigarh Kare Ashiki, and that time I shot my short film there.
Ah, right, right.
So, and that's the way time I shot Quarantine Crush. It's again a short film, which
Yeah,
is
yeah, of course. I remember. I watched it. Great fun.
so
The
sweet.
terrace
Yes, the terrace love
romance.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, so that happened during the lockdown. And then, of course, we all came back to Bombay. But I know that there is this city which has to be exploited, also budget. So, keeping everything in mind, did those 10 days of shoot there, and then we came back to Bombay.
Wonderful. And your cast is so terrific. You've got Divya Datta, you've got Sayami, who since then has done another cricket film, of course.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
so
imagine. सबने कहा कहाँ कहाँ पहुंच गए और हम लगे हुए हैं अपनी फिल्म के साथ, पर देखो हमने हार नहीं मानी. लगे रहे,
exactly.
लगे रहे. I'm so
No, I
also
think,
grateful
yeah,
to everybody, the collaborators and the actors who, they also were waiting for it to happen, right? To have given
exactly.
dates and for it to happen. So I'm just happy everybody stuck. And I would say it would be less for the love of me, but it would be for the love for the script that they were very invested in the script.
Right.
So yeah.
So, what does this movie mean to you, Tahira, in terms of because you've written books and you've done a short film. What were you trying to say in the movie? What was the biggest thing that you were uh, exploring about yourself and about your own creativity?
Very honestly, I have just so many stories to tell, and somehow, more often than not, the perspective is from a female protagonist.
Yeah.
And somehow, what I've seen is usually in Hindi cinema or cinema across, there's only a certain section of, a segment of age group which is considered viable for them to
Right.
exist. So it's only from 20 to 28-year-old girls exist. Beyond that, they cease to exist. And I wanted to, I wanted to tell people that we are very much alive and kicking after the age of 30 as well, and we are equally interesting and have compelling stories to tell. And so are we even before 20 or 18, before puberty hits. I mean to say, we are existing people, and we and stories need to be told. And so I just my mind and my heart and my every cell of my being has been brimming with so many stories that I just feel this urge to tell. And which is why Sharma Ji Ki Beti came across, and I picked up women from every phase of their lives, whether they're two 13-year-olds or they're 20-year-olds, and then there's another late 30s and an early 40s, all doing different things in life, because there is so much I want to tell. मुझे लगा था मुझे एक और फिल्म बनाने का मौका मिला ना मिले, मैं सब कुछ ही इस फिल्म में बोल दूंगी. I don't want to let go of this opportunity. So Sayami is a cricketer. She has a thing or two to say. We have Kiran as Divya, and she has just come from Punjab to Bombay, and she's absolutely lost in this the bustling city. And Sakshi Tanwar is Jyoti, who plays a middle class a woman, but she is a professional, so she wants to have a career. And how she's trying to strike a balance at home with a very unforgiving child. So it's and you know, more often than not, you don't you, the narratives are different. You know, they're different relationships. We all are not the same. So you know, more often than not, we see that the discord is always between the wife and the husband, and
Right,
the kids are always on the mother's side clinging. But
right.
here we showed that, you know, the father is supportive of the mother having a career, and he's also helping the household errands, whereas the discord is only with the teenage daughter, who feels the mother is responsible for everything going wrong in her life. So I
Right.
just wanted to break many boxes and many cliches in the most subtle, smallest way. You know, they're not earth shattering moments, like they're not going out there and saving the world, you know, but they're saving their own intrinsic world, which means the most to them. And that was the simplicity of the film, that's just to bring forth smallest and the simplest of the issues, but in a way which is not very sort of, you know, I'm not trying to give a sermon or not trying to give a lecture. I've heard lectures all throughout my life in colleges and schools, and also came down to Bombay to become a professor, and I did all of that as well. So there was no lecture bazi in this film. It's just fun, happy, slice of life, beautiful film that you can watch with your family.
And what lovely actors, right?
Yes,
What was it like to direct Divya, Sakshi, Sayami, all very accomplished. But
all very accomplished, and it's a blessing, very honestly, for your first feature film. It spoils you also, because now that's your benchmark. You know, that kind of talent, that kind of credibility and authenticity, and that kind of passion is now what you seek for with every talent that you're going to work with. You
right,
know, so I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because they've set the benchmark too high.
right.
Divya has been a delight, so has Sakshi, and so has Sayami. And I remember Divya coming on set and being so excited about shooting. It was as if it was a first film. I was like, how do you get this heart and energy, you know, the way
Yeah,
she was
after
doing
so
that?
many.
After so much, I was like, I should be behaving, you know, like I should be intimidated, I should be all jittery, and I should be like, Aap batao, and you are the one who's saying all this to me. How is it even fair? And that's what I learned from her, you know, that to maintain the kid in you and be passionate about. She was so excited every time before. She was like, Acha, tum pad ke batao mujhe, how does it read? So yeah, I used to read out the scenes, and then we used to collaborate. And she was like, should I add that? And I was like, okay, maybe, okay, I'll come up with this. So she was so excited about it, and it was just something that I've learned for the rest of my life. That's how I want to be every time I go on my set, as if it's the first time I've come, and I want to maintain
First
that.
day of your career, right?
Yes, and she's maintained that. And Sakshi just came with so much of experience and so much. It's subtle, so subtle. Like she didn't have to put any effort to become Jyoti. It was just like that. And same goes with Sayami. You know, I wanted an authentic actor, also a sports person, and I feel Sayami is the only one in industry who truly, in real life, is an athlete and an actor.
Exactly.
She is
Yeah.
both of it. So she extended that authenticity to the role. And when you see the 13-year-old, I think it'll be a very happy discovery for you too.
Yeah.
I hope you get to
Okay.
watch the film very soon. And
Right.
they also bring a lot of joy.
Right. So now what, Tyra, once it comes out, I think it'll be appreciated. It's the kind of movie that I think everyone is ready for as well. People want a little happiness in their lives. I think all of us are going through so much,
So much.
and we've been through so much also as a country and society. What next for you?
There's lots that I have written. There's lots that I'm making. I'm also my next is going to be with Guneet,
Oh,
and yeah. So again, and then there's more projects that are with other producers as well. So I think all of that in due course of time. But there's many other things that I'm working at and more films that I'm working towards.
wonderful. I think the collaboration with Guneet will be quite exciting to watch, right? Because she gets totally involved in the script and in the cast, everything, right?
Absolutely, and she's a delightful human being, and I've been very blessed to have collaborators who are essentially very passionate, creative human beings, and it's just beautiful how I've attracted these people into my universe and to my filmmaking process of Sharma Ji Ki Beti. Also, my next with her, she is an absolute delight of a human being and an amazing professional who has just done it on her own, and I really look up to her.
Absolutely. I mean, with no help, nothing. I mean,
Nothing, no
the
background.
kind of network she has built across the globe is
Yeah.
amazing.
And the only one to do so, and the only one to do so as extensively and beautifully as she
Yeah.
does.
So it really tells you also, and I think the way the Indian movies did at Cannes this year, sorry, shows you that there's a lot of hope and a lot of scope for stories that are told authentically from the female point of view as well. I think there's a huge need right now to see what women are thinking, how they're feeling. uh, it seems the right moment to work with someone like Guneet as well. There are stories these stories are international. It really doesn't matter where they come from. They're global.
Absolutely. No, it's a beautiful time to be in. And I think the credit goes to all those trailblazers before us who have opened the gateway for all of us. And now the responsibility sort of lies on us as well and how we take it forward. The idea is to keep championing for each other and keep opening the gates because people also need to understand that they'll be exposed to a variety of cinema and filmmaking and stories, and wouldn't you want to see all of that? Why would you only want to see a certain kind of cinema and a certain kind of lens? It will be so beautiful to be exposed to the variety which is available in the world today. So
Yeah.
I guess it's a good movement towards, yeah, and I believe everything happens at the right place and the right time, and my film is coming at a moment where a lot of filmmakers, female filmmakers, and the cinema is being celebrated, whether it's
Yeah.
Lapata ladies, whether it's Crew, whether
Yeah.
it's Payal who's getting an award for all of us. I mean to say, it's just a beautiful time. It's a historic time for me to be a part of this journey. So it's beautiful.
But we still want to see the Khurrana brothers doing well also.
Sorry, sorry.
We still want to see the Khurrana brothers doing well, right?
Of course. I 120%. I really the Sharma ji ka beta should also be doing well. Only then do you have a Sharma ji ki beti and vice versa, right? You want to see a world which has lots of stories to tell, and just not. It'll be very boring to only see women stories. Also,
Yeah.
the fact is we have been cherishing men, and sadly it has not happened the other way around. The idea is to
Better
cherish
do
each
it.
other, to nurture each other, to sort of see each other's point of view and have a society which is fairly equal.
Wonderful. On that note, thank you so much, Tyra. I can't wait to watch this
Thank
and
you.
tell the world how wonderful it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Please tell me also how you like it.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you so much,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you.